Hello, my friends, and this time I welcome you to the fifth episode of our Conversations with Black Angel. We talk about phalloplasty, and this time, as you can see, we talk about the fifth stage, the GLANSPLASty. Enjoy.
Oh. Good morning, kids. I'm bringing Demi on this morning, who we've been talking about his phalloplasty. So, hi everybody, good morning. I have horrible insomnia, if you didn't know that. So I'm in Palm Springs right now visiting my parents, which I do a lot, just so you know. And I want to tell you kids something. I have seen a narrative in our community where we talk about disconnecting from your parents if they don't support you. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Do not disconnect from your parents, kids. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. Unless your parents are being very abusive to you, do not do it. I'm going to tell you that you will regret that later in your life. It is very important that you understand your parents love you and they care about you. They're just having a hard time. So we need to talk more about parents and why disconnecting from your parents could actually destroy your transition. It could make it worse. Now, I know some of you kids don't have a great relationship with your parents because your parents are struggling on top of it, okay? We must have compassion for parents. We must not be mean to them. We must not push them away. We must understand. Some of these parents are losing a daughter. Some of these parents are losing a son. When you transition from a woman to a man or from a daughter to a son, this is something we don't talk about. Imagine if it was you and your daughter was transitioning to be a male. There's some loss there. There's some loss that we don't talk about. Yet we must begin to discuss this. And so what I want to say to you is that I visit my parents a lot. I enjoy visiting my parents. I make a relationship with my parents, okay? And I make a relationship because it's important to me. I want to tell you that it should be important to you too. So right now I'm waiting for Demi to come on. And so, I've been having Demi on for, I think 4 times now. We're discussing his phalloplasty, which for some of you might not understand, that's bottom surgery for trans men. So Demi has gotten his bottom surgery in, I think he got it in Germany. Hey Ezra, how you doing, kiddo? How you doing, my friend? So I really think it's important that I share the experiences of other trans men, and it's important to me to really give experiences that I don't have. So I don't have the experience of bottom surgery. I'm perfectly okay with who I am, but I want to share bottom surgery with you youngsters or even anybody else who's choosing to get the bottom surgery. Now, there was somebody out there recently who said something that I found to be very disrespectful towards me. Happens a lot in this community. Disrespectful to me, where they said that I should not be talking to a trans man with bottom surgery and I should do my own research. What? I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for you. I don't want bottom surgery and I will never have bottom surgery. Yet lots of you kids want to have bottom surgery and that's awesome. So I'm doing this with Demi to share with you. It has nothing to do with me. It has to do with my platform sharing with you. Okay? So know that. Know that I do these in order to create awareness in our community. And it's not anyway, it's just ridiculous sometimes how we act. Ridiculous. Comes Demi. I'm going to shut some music down here. Okay, here he comes. Yay. I hope my connection is good.
Hello.
Hi, kiddo.
Hi, Buck. How are you?
Good, my friend. It's good to see you. You look great and handsome and healthy.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you.
So let's just...
You have so many caps.
Oh, yeah. Should I send you a trampol cap?
Sure. Why not?
A tranny cap.
So, today we're going to go on talking about phalloplasty, right?
Yes, we are, sir. Yes. So let's just dive right in. I think we left off somewhere around your last complication.
Yes, exactly. We were speaking about phase 4 or stage 4 out of 5. And Just shortly, I am doing the Phalloplasty procedure in Germany, in Berlin, and there the doctors decided to do 5 stages. So the fourth stage is an erectile device, while the fifth stage is the GLANSPLASty.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow, beautiful.
and in my situation, we swapped the GLANSPLASty and the erectile device because I had a really small complication after the third stage, which was the implantation of silicone testes.
Right, right.
So,
That was the complication.
so
The testes was the complication.
there was a complication afterwards. There was a small, like a piece of skin was sewed inside, basically. And that piece of skin was still normal and healthy and was trying to get out,
Right.
basically. That's what it was.
So it was pushing through the sutures, which opened up the thing, which did it give you an infection?
No. That's another one. That's another one. What you are talking about is the complication I had with my erectile device.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
But
what happened with that one?
There, a suture got open. It just was too. It didn't hold, basically.
Right, right.
There was just a suture which just got open too early.
And that's normal. I mean, that stuff happens with any kind of surgery. So I don't think it has anything to do with your particular surgery. It's just the body.
No.
The body reacting to surgery.
Exactly, right. Exactly. You never know. It can happen to anybody, anytime. Yeah. And in this case, when you have an erectile device, when you have like a big implant in your body, it is hard to get rid of infection once it gets there.
Right.
And an infection will totally get into a wound when it's open. You can't.
There's nothing to
get around it.
So did they have to remove the erectile device?
Finally, they did. Yes, in the end, they did. Unfortunately,
okay. And then,
like we tried to keep it.
Yeah.
We tried to keep it because there was another surgery when they tried to wash it, rinse it, and put it back in, and sewed back closed, and that suture didn't get open anymore. That's good.
Great.
But that didn't help. And then there was a second try. We tried to therapy it with antibiotics, which I was on all the time. The whole time I was on antibiotics. That's not nice. That's not so good for the body.
That's right.
So in the third time, they suggested me to do another rinse again. But I said, I don't want it anymore. I said, I want to get out. I want it to be out. I want my body to heal completely and then to go for second try.
I think that was a very smart choice. Now, I forgot how old you are, Dimi. Are you in your 30s?
Oh, I'm 38.
38. Okay. So did they say anything to you about your age or weight or anything that you needed to do prior to getting this pretty heavy surgery? Were there any recommendations prior to that?
The only recommendation they are speaking about is to quit smoking if possible.
Okay.
And that's not an like they still operate on people, on guys who smoke. Okay. And there are complications from that. And especially there is known one where the phalloplasty didn't remain.
Okay.
It was a necrosis basically and not enough blood supply. They think that's because that guy wanted to smoke and did. While he was still in the emergency care, intensive care.
Yeah.
I think this is just reckless. Sorry.
Reckless with any surgery. When I got top surgery, the same thing. I was actually smoking cigarettes back in the day, and then I had to quit smoking cigarettes. I had to all of that because cigarette smoking it does nothing for you. Kids, if you're gonna smoke cannabis, at least it has some redeeming qualities.
Yes, at least in some countries it's allowed. In some others it isn't.
So
if it's allowed, then fine.
Yeah, right on. So now they had to take out your erectile device, and is that now?
That's my last surgery. They took out my erectile device.
Okay.
Yes, now I will have to heal for another 2 or 3 months before I can go for another try.
I see. Okay, and so that's great. So then, are you on antibiotics during that whole time that you are waiting?
No.
Okay.
No. Now I'm off antibiotics. Now my body has to cope with this on itself, and That's
That's
what it's gonna be.
that's excellent. Okay, so now you wait
Yeah.
months, and then what happens?
And then I'll get another erectile device. Another try.
So, but you already have your testes, right? Did they already?
Yes. Like today, I can explain to everybody what the 5th stage is about. The 5th stage was, for me, my 4th stage, because they had to swap the 5th and the 4th for me. But normally, the 5th stage is the GLANSPLASty. That's when you already have your erectile device and you know where it's placed. Like, I will draw again.
Yeah. That's great. I love that you.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
So, there is your penis.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Then you have here your your testes. One, how do you say one?
Testicle. Is that
testicle? Yes. Thank you. Yes. One testicle is here. On the other side, you'll have the palm.
Okay.
From the one part of the erectile device. The other part of the erectile device will be somewhere here. That's the reservoir, which holds fluid. Then you have some cords.
Okay.
And here you'll have a cylinder.
Right. Wow.
Goes like this somehow. And then they'll have some other tubes going into the other side.
Little pump thing at the top, where is that inserted? Is it inserted next to like your hip area, or where is that actually?
You mean the one here?
Not the
or here?
But the actual reservoir. The reservoir. Yeah.
Yeah. The reservoir.
Where's that?
It goes in your belly.
Okay. Oh.
In your lower belly. Here you'll have an incision which will be like this big.
Okay.
And yeah, it goes underneath your muscles.
Oh, okay.
Your abs.
I got it. Right. Okay.
Or somewhere in that area.
How big is it? Like that big, or how big is the?
Oh, I don't have one. It's sort of like this big.
Okay.
If like for comparison.
So
for comparison, this is a pump.
Okay, great. Oh, great. Okay, great. That's what I
like that.
Excellent.
And there's a reservoir will be.
So that a reservoir,
like this.
The saline solution, right? Is it?
Yes.
Yes. Right. And that creates
saline solution.
So when you push that, it creates saline to go into the erectile device, which creates the erectile, right?
In the cylinder, yes.
That's so cool, man. Wow.
Yeah, there are other ones. There are different types of erectile devices. There are other ones which are malleable. So they are they only consist of the rod, which is inside your penis, and then you will have to manually put it up or lower it.
Okay, great. So you would, it's sort of like a bendy thing like this, right?
Yeah.
It's flaccid, and you can. So I'm interested in how does that, how when you pull it down, is it not still hard, right?
Yeah, that is a small issue with those. Like you will always have a kind of sort of erection.
Right.
You will always have a bulge which is a bit bigger than you would have with those.
That's
here, which is really, really nice, which what I appreciate, although I thought I will go for the rod. Here, you can inflate it halfway, so that it's somehow like this, you know, and it's more natural. Also in your pants, it's more natural than without any erectile device. Because without any erectile device, it is very, very soft because it's just skin. It's very soft. It's really flaccid. It's like wobbling there. Like this, and it is a bit unnatural.
Yeah.
Like when I compared myself to other cis men, in the areas where people walk around naked, I could see that those penises, like they have more like volume.
I know what you're saying. Exactly what you're saying.
Yes, and they also more like spongy. They are more jumping when they walk, and mine was like like that.
That's right. Yeah. Well,
how do you call
cool that you could actually sort of like see the difference, and then you can fix it to be where you more natural. Now, I just want to say this out there. All penises are different, just like all vaginas are different and all that.
True.
There's no one way a penis be. But I know this
Absolutely.
about me and you in the trans male community. When we're focused on looking very masculine, we notice things. We notice everything. We notice.
You are right.
But I guarantee you, cis people don't even notice that.
They don't look at that. Yes, you're right. You're right. But there's this small thing which I also look at is that the testicles with cis men, they're bigger and they also hold the penis basically.
Right. You're right. You're right.
With us, it's not like that. Our testicles are much higher, they're smaller, and the penis like hangs down.
That's right.
Like that,
anatomy is already different. And so let me ask question, Dimi. So when they give you the testes, does that go into the labia part of your vagina? I'm sorry if the words are not comfortable for you, but in the vagina.
For me, it's fine.
Okay, great, thank you. In the vagina area, the labia is what holds the testes, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
That's where they go. Yeah.
And then what happens with the vaginal opening? So do they actually sew that shut?
Yes, in my case, yes. With my surgeons do that, but it's not a necessity. There are surgeons out there who would leave the vagina open if you want.
So you could have
a
vagina.
Yes,
so
you can.
The testes hang, then the testes are hanging over here, and then you still have an opening underneath.
Yeah, they'll have to be smaller and they'll have to be a bit higher up. You won't see it from the outside, of course.
Right, yeah.
And it's still okay.
Right.
But, there are different sizes of testes. So this, for example, is a middle size.
Okay.
You'll probably, depending on your own size, anatomy, you might have smaller ones, or you might have something, well, this is not really a testicle, but, it is a bit smaller already.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, sure. And again, in cisgender men, all kinds of different sizes, man. I've seen testicles this big. I'm not even kidding. And I've seen testicles that big. So,
That's good. That's good that you're saying that, because many people are very, unsure of how they look with phalloplasty, and they still are dysphoric still after phalloplasty because they think it's still unnatural.
It's not. Do you know how many penises I've seen in my life? Hundreds and hundreds, and I've touched hundreds and hundreds. I've seen, they're all different sizes. I'm not kidding. They can be that small to that small. I'm not kidding when I say I have seen testicles that big. So that's the thing. I know that we have this in our head, and why what you to us right now is so important, Dimi, because you're going to give the other guys an understanding of it's totally normal. Whatever you choose, or however, it's your penis, and you get to, which is actually kind of cool. You get to make your own penis. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, it's true. It's true. So yes. So the fourth stage is the implantation of the erectile device, and the fifth stage, and that stage is done by several surgeons during the other stages, or together with the other stages. For example, like with the implantation of the testicles. So what they do is, my surgeons, they are careful with the tip of the cylinder. They try to not put it too close to the tip of your penis.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't protrude during sex.
Excellent. Excellent.
So,
because then at the end of the penis, and that could be very painful for you and the receiver. Is that what you're saying?
Well, the biggest problem is if it pokes through. If it pokes completely through the skin.
That's right.
And that's a showstopper, because then you'll have an infection.
You're right, my friend.
It's a showstopper twice.
Excellent. No, but I told you,
so
like the end of the rod is still that, and the thing is the skin. It can puncture through the skin. So your surgeon left a little bit of space there. So it's
exactly. They leave a bit of space, and then the reason why they do this before the GLANSPLASTY or the GLANSPLASTY after this is because they want to see where that tip of the cylinder will in the end be after everything has healed.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because later they want to do the GLANSPLASTY and they do it somewhere here.
Ah,
That's important. That's important because if the cylinder ends up to be somewhere here and your GLANSPLASTY is somewhere here, it's not good. It's not gonna look natural.
That's right.
Because this will gonna shrink like this, and the GLANSPLASTY won't be nice looking. And the GLANSPLASTY is only there for the looks. It's just for the.
It's cosmetic. So
appearance. Yes, it's cosmetic.
Exactly. They create the head of the penis there. Is that what you're saying? So they need to create a head. So you need to have enough space there, so it looks more natural. They have to create a head so it looks natural. When do they do that?
Yeah.
At what stage is the GLANSPLASTY?
Yes, it's called GLANSPLASTY, and it's the final stage with my doctor.
Final stage. So because it's cosmetic. Yeah.
It's cosmetic. That's why. Yes. So what they do is they go and see where you have a big scar.
Okay.
You might have a big scar on your belly, but in my case, it's on my leg. And some other area of your body. Let's see where I have space. For example, you have a scar here on your leg somewhere, and they will take a piece of skin here from your scar so that they don't create another scar.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
They will take some skin, well, kind of a bit longer, maybe like this.
Okay. Okay.
And they will roll it together, and they will scratch off some skin here, and the rolled skin they will put on top here.
Wow.
Here, like that.
Wow, that is amazing. So
yes.
That ridge, it gives it the ridge of the head of the penis. That is amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
And they don't just go around, they really form a glans, like natural wise, like it goes a bit up here and it goes round here. Like it does look like the head of the penis.
That's excellent. What's the name of your doctor again?
It's Günter and Bull.
And they're both in Berlin.
Doctor. Yes, yes.
Yes. Wow, they do beautiful work. I can't wait to see the finish. Would you be willing to show the finished product back later when it's all finished? Would you be willing to show photographs or something to?
Well, well, I don't show my photographs, but there is a space, and on the German, there is a German forum.
Okay.
And I can give you the address where if people are there, if they register and if they get in, and they can get in if they're really, you know,
real. Yeah.
They have to check if people are not like scamming or anything.
No, or just being jerky, gross people who are taking the pictures and making fun on the internet, because people do stupid shit like that. So it's great that they lock it down. That makes me very
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you can get in. And there is a gallery and there are pictures. And then you can look for different doctors by their first letter of their name. And then you'll see the results.
So real quick, I have two guys here. One is my kid, Ezra, and the other one is, grossly ignored. He's a good guy too. Grossly says, do the rod in the penis need to be replaced every 10 years? Does it need to be replaced, the rod?
Are you? Well, this one is a 3-part device, and there is no such thing that every now and then. Oh.
Sorry.
Yes. Are we back in? Yeah. It might have to, like, if it breaks, you will have to replace one, like this part or this part. But it's not a necessity. They actually are tested for 15 years.
Wow. Wow.
Those implants. But there are also people like my doctor told me you will probably you can like take it with you in your grave. They actually are quite good. But here I have to say, because we have some people watching us, you normally don't take your implants into your grave because it's not good for the environment.
That's what I just said. You should donate it before. So wait, my Ezra also wants to know. He says, "What surgery do you have? Alt or FF?" I don't know what that means, but maybe
it's RFF. RFF.
Yeah.
Radial.
RFF.
radial forearm
Oh,
flap.
so if you go back in the videos, Ezra, you're going to see Demi talks about his, the plant of here. It's an excellent series
Yeah,
that we did. So go back and watch all, and also it's on his YouTube channel. So go
exactly.
all of it. He
And
explains every single step of this surgery.
also, also, if somebody has still questions, even after watching those 5 videos we had, you can like write me direct messages and tell me what you want to know, because then I will make a new video on my channel
Excellent.
for just that.
So great of you. Oh man, you're so great. So really this guy, so everyone, Demi is really open to questions. He's really open to you contacting him. He's very open in discussing this to any of you people out there who want to, are looking at bottom surgery. He's your man. He's very versed on it. He's so great. You're great, Demi. He has great energy.
Thank you.
He's very willing to share everything with all of us. And so I just want you to know, everyone reach out to Demi. Seriously, if you're really looking at this, he's the man that knows everything. I think on it. No. Seriously, I talk to a lot of guys about this, but I find that you have a really great demeanor and a really great way of explaining it. That's very simple and not
Thank you.
and not, I do find some people in the penis situation are very private, which is fine. I want you to be private, but I'm
Yeah, sure.
just weird about people like me asking questions. Like, you had a comment on one of your things where
Yeah, I know.
asking you this, or I should. Of course I should. I don't want penis surgery. I have no desire to get it. But it doesn't mean I'm not interested in it. And it doesn't mean that I'm not interested for the younger generation. I'm giving this
Exactly.
I'm giving this to the community in order for them to. I'm just not going to do it, but I'm very interested in it, and I think it's a very important surgery, and I think a lot of the newer generation are wanting to have this, and so we need information out there. So
Exactly.
yeah,
That was actually really missing the point of our conversations, really. And the point is to share the information. And this is really exactly good that you don't know anything about it, because you are asking me questions which I don't think about.
Right.
I don't think people would ask those questions anymore.
That's right.
So it's good that you don't know things. So that's why you ask.
I mean, look, we got to get together here. Me and you are family. We should stop hating each other. I mean, this community sometimes just really upsets me. I'll tell you, it upsets me because we need to share. We need to be okay with each other. We need to fight, but we need to love each other at the same time. The detriment of our community, you know that. If we don't become brothers, our community will die. And so we need to be brothers. And brothers fight, and brothers don't get along, but the ultimate thing is we love each other. That's the most important message here. So
yes, I agree.
now you're waiting because you got the infection, so you have to wait until that happens for 3 months, and then you'll go back to get your
erectile device again.
The rod put in.
Not the rod, the 3-part device. That's what I want. There are different types of implants.
That's right. So that you have is what?
It's the inflatable device. There are different ones which are inflatable. This is one which is made just for FTM people. I don't have this one because there is not so much experience in that. And for me, I'm not sure if I already want exactly this type.
Okay.
But there is another one which I have. It's not done. It's not made for cis. It's not made for FTM guys. It's made for cis people.
Oh, wow.
It's the Phalloplasty. And yes, I'll probably make another video just to show and compare those two kinds.
For that one too, like I want to see that device as well. And I wants to see that device. So what's the one you have in your hand right now? What's that one?
That's the FTM pump.
The other one is made for cis men. I see.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why would they make one for cisgender men and one for FTM? Why?
Well, originally those surgeries like phalloplasty to begin with, and also erectile devices, were made for cis people, for cis men, for those who lost their penises for whatever reasons, and who wanted phalloplasty. Or for example, there were phalloplasties which were just like when you Google phalloplasty, you will firstly get enlargement of the penis. That's when they release tendons of the penis, and it becomes longer.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Right.
So if you if you want to find information about this kind of phalloplasty, you'll have to Google phalloplasty FTM.
Oh, right. They're two
Female to male.
surgeries. That makes total sense to me. I want to ask you this. Maybe you know. Do you think eventually somewhere down the road they'll be able to transplant penises? Like take a penis from a cis man and put it onto a trans man? Do you think they'll be able to do that?
I think eventually they will. Right now, they have tried to do transplantations from from a dead cis person to a cis guy who lost their penis. But the problem right now, why they can't really do it with trans people, is because we don't have the, there are two parts, like a puzzle. The puzzle has to fit
That's
in.
right.
You have to have had a penis before so that you can have another one connected.
I see.
Because you'll have to sew things to things which are already there, and we don't have them. We have a different anatomy.
That's right. That's totally very interesting. Oh, so here's another question. Do you have feeling, okay, do you have feeling in the actual penis? So are there nerves on your...
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, you have a nerve. It goes on one side here, and it gets connected with your clitoral nerve.
Oh, fantastic. Wow.
Yes.
It's incredible to me. I mean, I transitioned 26 years ago. This did not exist. What we had 26 years ago was completely different. And many of my friends had gotten the surgery. And back in the day, they made it so it was flaccid, right? And then you had a rod that you literally had to stick from the front of the penis into the penis so it became hard. That's how my friends had penis surgery back in the day. They would just make the penis and you would stick a rod literally through the whole...
You mean through the urethral opening?
Through the urethral opening. Yep.
Ah.
Totally. That's
cool.
How the guys I knew 25 years ago, that's the penis surgery that they had. And so it's a whole other ball game now. It's like a new world. It's incredible.
Yes.
So can I ask the cost of the surgery?
Well, the thing is, the cost is, well, let's say all together, and I'm not counting for complications there. It would be somewhere around 80,000 euros.
80,000, which is like 50,000 US dollar? Or?
Not more. Oh. No, it's like 100,000.
It's up, right? So like,
yes.
Oh, that's an expensive surgery.
It is.
Does your insurance pay for it?
But our insurance covers this, yes.
Excellent. See,
yes.
Europe. Socialized.
I know. Yes, but you don't have to like just the phalloplasty itself would be somewhere around I think somewhere around 15 or 20,000. I think.
Right. Okay.
Somewhere around like that. But
that's the problem here in the United States. Okay, we don't have socialized medicine, and many people are suffering. But some insurances pay. We're starting insurance to pay because we understand it's necessary surgery. It's not cosmetic surgery. It is actually life-changing surgery that can save your life. My surgery, I've only had top surgery. It saved my life. So that being said, I had to pay for it. Back in the day, we didn't have insurance. I had to pay for everything you see, even my hormones, I had to pay everything out of pocket. Yep. No company will cover anything. So that being said, that's why I'm just, I'm trying to think about the younger generation here.
Sure.
Financially, we don't, the trans community in itself doesn't have a lot of money. So I'm hoping that we come, and I believe that insurance will eventually understand this is not cosmetic and it's a medical surgery. So
totally. Just to compare, the mastectomy costs about 5,000 euros in Germany.
Okay, right.
Just to have a comparison.
That's right. So my surgery back in the day was 10,000 US dollars. But that being said, it's gone lower now. Much of the top are much lower, and the insurance pays for it here on many states. So that's
nice.
Yeah, we need to.
That's good.
Well, these surgeries need to be accessible to our people because they are not cosmetic surgeries. They are actually life surgery on some level. So
Yes, they lower the bottom surge, the bottom dysphoria.
That's right. It literally, when I got my top done, it just changed my life. It's why I understand
Yeah.
surgery as being so important to us and to our needs to be able to walk the world comfortably. Once you get rid of your dysphoria, life is. That's why I think a lot of people in this community are angry, because they have so much dysphoria that they attack
Mm,
everybody because they're just not functioning. You and I
that's true.
see the guys who are much calmer are not dysphoric anymore. They got their shit together, they moved through the world, and then they're just not mean to other trans men or other people. And I think dysphoria is so huge in our community, especially bottom.
Hmm.
It's huge.
But I have to say that many guys still have lower or bottom dysphoria after this
Oh,
surgery, after those surgeries, because some of them expect too much from it.
wow.
Like some people expect that it's gonna be a cis
That's
penis,
that's
and it's not. Or if they face the complications, like for example, they can't pee
mhm,
because they have
right.
complications and it takes just so long, they get even more dysphoric, you know. Some people think, well, uh, it's really tough on you, you know. I know only of like maybe two of so many I've spoken with and read on Facebook from, um, who might have said that they actually regret it,
Yeah, a
but
friend who.
the others
Yeah, yeah,
but other people don't. Like they say, okay, complications, yes, but they go and the penis stays
yeah.
in the end.
Wow.
You know, that's what you have to think about also.
Thank you for.
And also, you know, and maybe very important thing, I have coached recently somebody
Mhm.
who is not sure if he wants to get this surgery because he doesn't know if you know if it's gonna be comfortable
Right,
afterwards.
right.
And what I can say is you can never be assured that it's gonna be absolutely comfortable after the surgery. Because if you don't feel comfortable in your body now, and if you can't open up with your sex partner before the phalloplasty, chances are that even after that, you will be not very happy with your body. So you have to work with your mind also. Like surgery, yes, but work with your mind and work with like go to the place where you will love yourself
That's right.
and your body.
Beautiful. That's excellent, Demi. That's exactly right. And that's why more of us who start to sort of teach the generation that's coming up now, and it's really about mind and body. When you connect your mind,
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly how I am this person. I connect it. I realize I'm never going to get a penis. It's just not going to happen for me. And that's okay. I had to learn to sexually be okay with my body. I had to learn to be sexually okay with other people. And it was all up to me. It's not up to anybody else. It's up to you. In order to be able to live the world, you have to take control of your own mind and body. And so
Absolutely.
he did that. He needed a penis. He got his penis. He created that space for him to able to walk. Find the space that enables you to walk the world, whatever that is. If you don't need penis, don't get it. If you need it, get it. It's really simple.
If you can.
If you
But if you can't, and if you have to wait for
That's right.
longer, then it's not the end of the world. Like you will get there eventually if you really want it, if you really need it, you will find the means. It's possible in this world, but you know,
Yeah, but
but it's not everything.
I had to do that, Demi. I could not get I had no option to get the bottom surgery. It just did not exist. If this existed, I might have done it, but that did not exist. So I actually had to, so really, it was so difficult.
Yeah.
I know the guys who are struggling with their vagina. I know it's
Mm-hmm.
there. I don't know how I cracked it, dude. I have no idea, but I cracked it. The only thing I say,
You
I
did.
think sex. I really do think sex and having partners who were okay with me. Those were the two really deciding factors that enabled me to be this man and walk the world this way. And so really that's why showing different space, showing different men, like showing you, showing me, showing guys who don't get any surgery, showing guys who don't take testosterone. It's important that we show the variations of us, because there's
Maybe it's also important to say here, because we're speaking about phalloplasty or not phalloplasty, that there is another way to do it.
okay.
there is a metoidioplasty.
That's right.
It's a different type of bottom surgery, which does not mean or does not involve a transplantation of your skin from wherever, like from your arm or leg or your back. There is metoidioplasty, which is made just from your like area where your junk sits.
Yeah, right. Right, that's right. So how do they just cut the clitoris? Is metoidioplasty? Can you explain that to us?
I can, if you want. If you want, we could do it next time.
Yeah, let's.
Or
because I want to get into the other surgeries after we finish with all of your surgery. I also want to get into the other surgeries so that we.
Cool.
That would be excellent if I could bring you on to those two, because I know nothing about bottom surgery. I'm that guy who's all about asking questions.
That's cool. That's cool.
So okay. I really love you a lot. Can you just tell everybody where to find you?
Yes, on YouTube it's Tea Time on YouTube, and on Instagram it's teatime_coach.
Excellent. And then on your YouTube channel, right? You also have a YouTube channel.
Yes. YouTube is Tea Time.
And everyone follow me. He's such a great guy. He has a lot of knowledge. He's very willing to share. He's also a life coach. So right now he's actually working with people. If you need somebody to help you, reach out to him. He's a super good guy. He's part of the community. He's a community guy. So there's his.
Thank you.
There's his.
That's my Instagram.
There's your Instagram. So thanks so much for spending the time with me this morning, kiddo. And let's make a date for next week.
Yes, definitely. If possible, Monday or Tuesday.
I'll try to make it. Hey, my schedule gets.
That'd be nice.
Dude, you don't need. It's so crazy.
It's all cool. It's all cool. But on YouTube, I do the every Tuesday video. But now, our videos are like weekly on my YouTube.
Everyone loves them. Everyone loves them. I get so many compliments about this, dude. It's so
nice.
Everyone loves you. Like I actually feel very honored that you get to share this with me, and I get to share it with the world. It's a big step for us. I think the more we show this type of camaraderie and this type of companionship with each other, I think it will wear off on our community, and people will start to see how important our relationships are with each other.
I think so too. I think so too. And I'm honored to be on your channel.
Right on.
Thank you very much, Buck.
Right on.
I appreciate it.
Have a beautiful day. Take care of yourself, and then let's check in later.
You too. You too. Bye-bye.